So, what you're about to hear uh, is the best response to the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta. And this comes from Jack, who is part of the Rainbow Six team I'm on. And we've been playing some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta. And this is what he had to say. Calm down, calm down.
Bro, like Modern Warfare Alpha, that was even better because like it was a whole new fucking game mode. It was like 1v1s and 2v2s, right?
Everything. What is this? Everything made after Modern Warfare 2 is just straight up fuck. Now, all jokes aside, the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta was upon us the last few days. Don't know if it's still live, but I had my hands on it, fooled around with it, and it didn't change my mind at all when we left the alpha. I think we need to talk about that because we can go into details about the guns and about the look and about the feel, but let's be honest. The multiplayer of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is nothing more than a serious expansion from Modern Warfare. It is exactly the same game. And in all fairness, it looks even a bit worse than Modern Warfare. If you look at the screen where you can select your operator, but also the game itself, I think Modern Warfare looks a bit better for some weird reason. Can't put my finger on it, but I think the main takeaway is the annual release cycle of the Call of Duty franchise is now really turning into the biggest enemy of Call of Duty itself. Because I was almost longing back for the day that we had the Black Ops 3, 2 or 3, where you could run on walls and the advanced warfare. I was longing back to those days because at least they were trying something different. We didn't ask for it, but at least it was something different. And now they've come to a point that they're out of options. So they're giving us exactly the same game that we're now playing. So I'm just questioning, why on earth would we, as a community, pay another $60 or $70 for the same game? Because tell me, what's so different about this game? There's nothing to spot. And eventually we stopped playing because why should we being hyped about this? What they should have done, in my opinion, is giving us access to the zombies. Because that's the only game mode I'm still a bit curious about. Because let's be honest, the Call of Duty franchise, are you actually buying this game for a single player? No. I was happy it was back in Modern Warfare. But having played through that, it's nothing more than a run from point A to point B ripoff of even some movies. You know, there is a section in there with that just breeds the whole Michael Bay 13 Hours Secret Soldiers of Benghazi movie, when they're in the compound fighting off waves of enemies. I could not care less about the single player. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but that's not the main driver. The main driver should be the main driver should be the multiplayer, right? And in this case, also the zombies. And because the multiplayer is something we get over and over every year, it's the same game, sometimes a different jacket, I would have said and would advocate for releasing the zombies as an alpha or a beta or whatever. Just to tease things people haven't seen for quite some time. The last zombies was the Black Ops, the Black Ops 4. Modern Warfare obviously doesn't have zombies, and now we can have zombies again. So it will be extremely better to have zombies in there, because that differs from what we have now. But it has come apparent that with the annual release cycle, we need to be extremely hyped every 9 months for the same game. And I'm not fooling myself, because also the figures show that microtransactions are a pretty big thing. In Black Ops 4, they already sold about 800 million in a couple of months, maybe half a year. So it's staggering, those numbers. I remain highly critical on this franchise right now, because what they've shown us in this beta and this alpha, I strongly believe that when the game releases, it's maybe 2-3 months, and then the multiplayer is dead in the water. Because what is there? They now add vehicles, tanks, jet skis. If I want that, I'll play Battlefield. Larger maps, that's not where Call of Duty shines. Call of Duty shines in small maps, 3-lane maps. Maybe you think it's a bit dull, but that is where Call of Duty shines, because Call of Duty is a run and gun, fast-paced arcade shooter. My advice would be to stop the annual release cycle. You can even take Modern Warfare and build upon that. And every year you can make a new season and that send out a complete overhaul of the game. There are successful games out there that succeed with that. Rainbow Six is an example I always take. But even Battlefield, although you will buy the game every few years, they don't release annually. They don't. In normal cases, they tie into a game, update it, improve it, and bring new content to the game. I'm okay with paying a couple of euros, 10, 15 euros every year to have an expansion, which is good. But this guy, people, I fail to understand that we constantly need to be hyped about this game. Because why should we be hyped about a game that is exactly the same as what we have now? I think Call of Duty is turning into the FIFA of shooters. Same game, different jacket, slightly different jacket. And in this case, they now got so lazy that the jacket is not even different. Modern Warfare just gave the jacket, they put it on, and maybe they put on a new color, but it's exactly the same jacket. I was stunned. I already had the feeling with the alpha, which wasn't great, and now the beta. It's like I'm firing up a downgraded Modern Warfare. That was my impression of the whole beta. It's a downgraded Modern Warfare. So it's a short bit, guys, but I don't think there is much to say about this beta. I'm not hyped. I think I'm gonna skip more Call of Duty for the first time in a long time, because I'm just so freaking fed up with buying the game every year and getting the same shit. And that was my feeling. Same shit, different year, and the hype train has left the station. Single player, couldn't care less. Multiplayer, it's the same as Modern Warfare. Will be dead in the water within a couple of months. Warzone, that's fine, but you can download it for free, and if you already own Modern Warfare, there's no reason to buy it for that game. The only thing that could be good is the zombies modus, but let me wait until people have played the game and the reviews pour in. Always really curious on what you guys think. Gonna buy it, not gonna buy it, what are your feelings? Drop a like, subscribe, but also leave those comments with your insights on this. I'll be back to you shortly, guys. Back to you.